Okay, just making a little video, possibly to help myself remember. Um, Maybe just, I don't know why. Anyway, I'm doing it. Driving down to, we were driving down to go head south the other day on Saturday, December 20th, 2025. We were headed south to go see my son. Anyway, um, we stopped to get gas and fill up our tank, and we went over and started to pump our tires up. Like, I was checking the tires to make sure the pressure was good because the weather wasn't good. So while I was filling one of my rear tires, I just sort of blacked out and didn't know what it was. And anyways, the next thing I remember, I was in the car, or in the truck behind the steering wheel, and I didn't, I don't even know what I did with the hose or anything. I have no idea. Anyways, I sat there and I said, "Where are we? Where are we going? I can't drive." Because I couldn't remember anything. So my wife got in the driver's seat and I got in the passenger seat. I don't actually remember that, getting out of the vehicle at all. I remember sitting in the driver's seat and saying, "I can't do this." So anyway, don't remember going to the passenger side. We were at Corbeil. We headed south, and the whole time, this whole confusion, I looked at my messenger and it said my father was in the hospital. I had no recollection of any of that. So I said, "My father's in the hospital," and my wife said yes. I'm glad my wife didn't ask me what her name was. She did ask me, "Who am I?" And I said, "You're my wife." Names may not have been possible at that time. Anyway, by the time we got to Powassan, I said, "We need to go back. I think I've had a stroke." I didn't know it could be anything different. So anyways, we turned around, went the other way. By the time we got to the lakeshore in North Bay, the ambulance met us at the overpass, took me into the hospital from there. They did, of course, all sorts of blood tests and stuff just to see if it was a stroke or heart attack. Sent me for a CAT scan. And then the doctor came in. He said, "Not a heart attack, not a stroke, but I'm sending you back for another CAT scan." So went back, second CAT scan, because he had seen something in the first one, I guess, but not well enough. So second CAT scan, then he came back, and he said that I have brain tumor. So I don't know much about that, but I know some people that have had brain tumors. Anyways, I'm doing this out in the barn. There's a sheep. Just for sort of a vlog, just to keep track. I've heard good and bad about getting surgery. Some people forget even how to talk and walk and all that, and other people just go in and out and they're fine. So if it gets to that, then I have this. So anyway, so we were in there, I don't know, probably 5 hours in the hospital, and then I got discharged with some medication. It's an anti-inflammatory. I figured I'd keep things down, like keep the inflammation down, so hopefully I don't have another seizure, because that's what it was that I had. I thought it was a stroke, and then I thought it was carbon monoxide inhalation from the exhaust, because that was the tire I was filling at the time. But it was so windy, there was no way I got carbon monoxide poisoning, but it might have just been the way I was crouching down or something. Anyway, so now of course I've come home, doing all sorts of research, realizing all the things that have been happening that probably were caused by this. So like I've been having headaches, and I'm not super stable on my feet. I feel weak. I just put it off to being old. I'm older than last year, so yeah, I'm a little weaker. My son-in-law tightens the caps on the gas cans. Man, do I have a problem getting those off. And I'm just thinking, well, it's because he's got a nice car, right? So he's putting the lids on real tight so they won't leak. Maybe he's not putting them on tight at all. I don't know. Anyway. When I went in, it was a Saturday. So this was Monday. As soon as my doctor opened, I phoned. Made an appointment. And made sure that they had the information, which they did. So everything's good that way. Just waiting for, now I gotta go in for an MRI. And they had me going to a neurosurgeon in Sudbury. I don't know when all this is happening, but of course it's Christmas. I don't imagine anything will happen till after Christmas. So, been in touch with my cousin though, who ended up having a fairly large tumor removed. When I say fairly large, it was probably a quarter of the size of her cavity in her head. Like, it was massive. In my eyes, from what I'm watching on YouTube, it was big. Anyway, and she just goes on about how great the medical system is now. So that's good. And there's a lot of variables as far as where the tumors are in your head and what they can do. Anyways, looking into things like something they call a gamma knife, which is just a concentrated radiation stream that they can concentrate right on where they want it, instead of just going in and baking your brain, right? So I'm learning things. But they took my license, so I have to rely on everybody else to drive me around, which is probably a good thing after what I went through. Anyway, that's it for now. I'll maybe do another video as I find things out, just to sort of keep track of this. I find myself trying to keep my head way warmer now. So like hat, hood, another hood. Anyway, I don't know if that helps, but we'll see. I'll take you walk through the sheep. Over here we have the boys. These are the two rams. That's Ross. He's like, I guess he's almost 2. And that's Chocolate. beside him, and he is just about 10 months. So those are the two rams that they use for breeding this year. This is my daughter's farm. I just help them. I like coming out. I do feed them in the morning. And anyways, these are the girls. Some of them are young ones. That one there is a young one. Whoa, there. That one's a young one. You know, they can't be bred yet, but the rest of these are all yos that are bred. And we're just waiting, right? So, anyways, that's what I'm doing. And making something to help me remember if that is a problem. Anyway, talk to you.